With the release of The Conjuring 3: The Devil Made Me Do It, we're about to get a whole new crop of evil demons and spirits on our big screen. However, let's take a look back at the demons who have already terrified folks in the Conjuring universe. These are the top 5 Scary Conjuring Universe Demons. Let's jump in. Coming in at number 5, we have the Ferryman. This is a demon who appears for a short amount of time in a movie that I didn't particularly enjoy, but he's certainly made an impact on a lot of people, that's for sure. Released in 2019 and directed by Gary Doberman, Annabelle Comes Home is the 7th installment in the Conjuring universe and the sequel to Annabelle and Annabelle Creation. Starring the likes of McKenna Grace, Madison Iseman and Katie Saariv, along with Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, the film follows the Warrens' child Judy, who is left alone with her babysitter when her parents go to investigate a case. However, when an unexpected guest arrives, Annabelle is set free, and demonic activity spirals inside of the home. Now, we're not going to be focusing on Annabelle for this number, we're saving her for later. Instead, we'll be discussing the Ferryman. The Ferryman is one of the many antagonists in the Conjuring franchise, making his first appearance in Annabelle Comes Home. He is a dark and evil spirit who is rumored to take souls to the afterlife for a price, but instead of delivering them to the afterlife, he collects them and tortures them. The Ferryman was investigated by Ed and Lorraine Warren after the death of a girl by its hands. They conducted interviews by those affected, who told them stories of the Ferryman, who demanded a toll, or else their souls would be left. The Warrens collected coins from corpses that were cursed by the demon and had them blessed and locked away in their museum. However, in Annabelle Comes Home, this demon is woken up when the coins are tampered with, unleashing the hellish force, and he is truly terrifying to behold. Before we jump into number 4, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, it really helps out a lot in the YouTube algorithm. Coming in at number 4, we have Bathsheba Sherman. Bathsheba Sherman was the first villain to traumatize all of us in the Conjuring universe, with her first appearing in The Conjuring. Released in 2013 and directed by James Wan, The Conjuring of course stars Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as Ed and Lorraine Warren, paranormal investigators famous for being involved in prominent cases of hauntings, including the Amityville Horror. In the movie, the couple are contacted by the Perrons, a family who recently moved into a farmhouse and become tormented by a demonic presence inside of the home, with Ed and Lorraine Warren attempting to rid the family of the entity. Now, Bathsheba Sherman is the main antagonist of The Conjuring. She torments the family and possesses the mother Carolyn. Now, Bathsheba was a woman born in 1812 who was said to be related to a woman executed for witchcraft in Salem back in 1692. Jumping forward in time, she went on to marry a rich farmer and gave birth to a child. However, she attempted to use this child as a sacrifice to the devil, but was ultimately caught by her husband. Exposed, she climbed a tree on her property, proclaimed her love for the devil, and proceeded to curse those who would take her land, before ultimately taking her own life. Her spirit would now reside on the land and torment all those who tried to live there, aka the Perron family, who become the demon's victims before the Warrens step in to put an end to it. Coming in at number 3, we have La Llorona. Hailing from arguably the worst movie on our entire list, La Llorona is a terrifying entity that is not to be messed with. Released in 2019 and directed by Michael Chavez, The Curse of La Llorona is a supernatural horror starring the likes of Linda Cardellini, Raymond Cruz, and Patricia Velasquez, and follows a mother in 1973 who must save her children from a malevolent spirit named La Llorona and wishes to steal them. In real life, this spirit is also referred to as the Weeping Woman or the Wailer, and is a spirit who roams waterfront areas mourning her drowned children. Legend states that a beautiful woman named Maria married a rich conquistador with whom she bore 2 children. However, on one particular day she caught her husband with another woman, and in a fit of rage she drowned her children, with her suffering immediate regret. She then drowned herself but was unable to enter the afterlife, and instead was trapped in purgatory and roamed Earth searching for children to steal. So of course this seemed to be the perfect supernatural story to bring into the Conjuring universe. However, it failed to make any real kind of impact, with the movie falling short. However, despite that, the character of La Llorona is still pretty damn terrifying nonetheless. But she doesn't scare me cause I ain't a child. Can't snatch me. Coming in at number 2, we have Annabelle. Annabelle is perhaps the most popular and feared demon in the Conjuring universe, with her first appearing in The Conjuring before being introduced as the main antagonist in Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, and Annabelle Comes Home. Annabelle is considered to be one of the most dangerous and haunted items collected by Ed and Lorraine Warren over the years, with the demonic entity latching itself onto a porcelain doll, in the movies that is. In real life, it took hold of a Raggedy Ann doll. Now, the Annabelle demon is a powerful demonic entity who torments torments those who are possession of the doll, with her moving around unseen. In The Conjuring, where she first appeared, Annabelle was released by Bathsheba Sherman, who we discussed before, with Bathsheba going to the home of the Warrens as revenge for investigating her home, and releasing Annabelle. However, let's look at the doll's backstory. In the movie, Annabelle, a pregnant woman, is gifted the doll by her husband. Not long after, Annabelle Higgins and her boyfriend, members of a satanic cult, break into the home, turning the doll into a conduit for evil when Annabelle takes her own life. A demon possesses the doll, posing as the ghost of Annabelle Higgins. We quickly discover how truly powerful Annabelle is when she begins to attract spirits from a nearby graveyard as the Warrens are attempting to transport her to their home. They manage to fashion a case out of glass from a decommissioned church though, and the evil is contained. But for how long? And finally, in at number 1 we have Valak The Nun. I mean, there is no demon stronger and more terrifying than the evil Valak, who first appeared in The Conjuring 2 before being the main antagonist in the prequel movie The Nun. Released in 2018 and directed by Corin Hardy, The Nun follows a Roman Catholic priest and a nun as they uncover a dark secret in 1952 Romania. Of course, we see Bonnie Aarons reprising her role as Valak the demon nun. As we know, in The Conjuring 2, Valak was the antagonist who tormented Lorraine Warren, showing her horrific visions of her husband's potential death, and fighting off against her at the end of the movie. Now, I won't spoil what happens there for those who haven't seen The Conjuring 2, so we'll primarily just focus on The Nun, the prequel of sorts that was really Now, in the prequel, it is revealed that the monastery was built by a duke centuries prior who became obsessed with black magic and attempted to summon a demonic force. However, before he could, he was killed by fellow members of the Vatican, and the rift was sealed with the blood of Christ. When the monastery gets bombed during World War II, the evil spirit is released and takes on the form of a nun, with the demon being revealed to be Valak, who is now walking freely around the monastery every night, killing people one by one. She is truly terrifying in her physical form as the nun, and is utterly relentless and despicable. She rarely speaks, but is wickedly smart, even tricking the Warrens in The Conjuring 2. She also teamed up with Annabelle, making for two formidable yet terrifying opponents. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with that list? What demon from The Conjuring universe scares you the most? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. Perhaps we can do a part 2, but probs not, because there's not that many demons. I think I just listed them all. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos, Top 5 Dumbest Horror Movie Sequels Marathon. Amy Zepper said, I love the marathons so much. I also love the marathons. You know why? Because I don't have to script it. It's already done. Just kidding. I also love the marathons. Who doesn't want an hour-long video of me? Maybe Keegan sometimes, but me. That one was mostly me. Jenny G said, I adore Book of Shadows and no one can change my mind. To each their own. A lot of people were upset that I included that as one of the dumbest horror movies. Fair enough, I think it's dumb. So dumb. I think it's one of the dumbest movies ever made, but if you love it, that's fine. Boots the Cat said, you're a star, Lucy. Thank you for the video. Thanks, I am a star. My mum thinks I'm a star. My mum loves me. I am a star. Culture Shock 99 said, sometimes I think this channel knows what it's talking about. Thanks. That is a weird compliment. I think I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm talking about. AKA this list. Have I seen Annabelle Creation? No. Do you know I know what I'm talking about? Hell no. Do I know Annabelle? A little bit. Red Comrade of Steel 1974 said, Lucy McPhee, you looked more pale. Were you hiding in the dark? Yes, I've been hiding in the dark for about 3 months because of lockdown. I've finally returned out of the shadows. But yes, I'm very pale. Perhaps paler. I don't know. It's rough going. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you later. It's liar. Yeah, but they say it. They yell at me every time I say it because apparently I say it wrong. La Llorona. I think it's like yeah. La Llorona. La Llorona. La Llorona. La Llorona. Hold on. Keep it going. I think they said 2 L's is La Llorona. Pronunciation. Here we go. These are the top 5 Scary Conjuring Universe Demons right here on top. I just fucking did it like a description. Playing with me. Coming in at number 4 we have Bathsheba. Legend states that a beautiful woman named Maria married a rich conquistador. Conquistador. The Nun stars the likes of Damien Biche, whatever, we forget him. The Nun stars the likes of Tessa Farmiga and Jonas Bloquet. It stars no one.
Something more powerful than
La
La Llorona.
Llorona. Okay. Alright, La Llorona. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's how I'm doing it. This woman said it that way, so don't yell at me.